In 2010, Sheila Russell rushed back to her roots in Bradford County, Pennsylvania. There, she would escape her previous life working in a catalog company in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and return to the same plot of land that her family had settled back in 1796. She, alongside her father, began to expand upon their maple syrup shop and delve into the world of organic farming, planting a wide variety of different vegetables and herbs. The Russell Sprouts farm was beginning to flourish, and Sheila's dreams were becoming a vivid reality. Little did she know that her farm lay on top of the Marcellus Shale, a massive region that extends as far north as upstate New York, through Pennsylvania to West Virginia, and as far west as Ohio. Buried deep underneath layers of sedimentary rock lay shale gas. The only way to extract it is through hydraulic fracturing, or fracking, which is a process where water, sand, and other chemicals are injected into rocks at a high pressure. Some of these chemicals are toxic and can escape and contaminate groundwater near the site. Farmers in Bradford County gradually leased out mineral rights from their property for decades. The Russells were no different. Nobody had expected that any projects would actually be developed on their land. But that changed in June 2010, when Chesapeake Appalachia LLC, a subsidiary of the Chesapeake Energy Corporation, drilled 2 shale gas wells on their property. Initially, the family was not worried at all. If anything, they were excited, since they were promised a portion of the royalties if the wells began to produce, income that would go a long way in expanding their farm. What they weren't told was that one of the cement casings on the wells had failed upon installation. The faulty well was leaking methane gas into the ground, but the Russells weren't notified of the situation until a year after the leaks had begun. Pennsylvania's Department of Environmental Protection reassured her that the elevated levels of methane gas in her water were safe, but Sheila's neighbors were already suffering adverse health conditions from water contamination. She no longer drinks water from her private well, and refuses to water her organically grown produce with it. She has also seen a decrease in her customers who cross over from New York to buy her crops. Fracking for her has had an enormous toll, both environmentally and economically. 1,097 wells have been drilled in Bradford County already, with over 750 violations of environmental policy. These violations, which entail some level of contamination in the air or in groundwater, have direct impacts on the well-being of individuals residing in the county. While there has been considerable economic success for energy companies and large leaseholders, this rush to frack has had environmental ramifications as well as undermined the backbone of the local economy, crop and dairy farming. As a result, stories like Sheila Russell's are being experienced by farmers all throughout the county. Many of these stories begin the same way, with excitement at the promise of receiving royalties by the companies, along with reassurances that fracking is safe. Unfortunately, the stories also end similarly. As Sheila Russell herself stated, "We all thought it was a lot of money coming and that it was safe. And it's neither safe nor a moneymaker. Do I stay on this 7-generation farm and keep it going? I don't know."